Woo! Okay, new setup, special guest, two co-hosts, The Flash, Secret Invasion tomorrow, what seems to be Young Hercules reboot all in 1 week. People, what's going on? Happy Tuesday, as I like to call it, new comic book day eve. And I am joined by Mr. AKA Blakk Crown comic. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Nice shirt fitting
Thank you.
for our wonderful guest that's joining us.
Where's the diploma, man?
Come on. Watch your mouth. Let's bring in our second co-host of the night, Mr. Greg. I've only got two favorite hockey teams. What's going on, man?
Oh,
I really like what you've done with the place there, Newbie.
Right? Taking everything out. You guys can't see it, but I got my home gym back here. So
yeah, okay.
That's a lot of invisible CGC comics there.
It's like Microsoft Teams when you just set the background.
Yeah.
You know what that actually reminds me of? That what's that guy that got popular? He was supposed to be in like work meetings, but he'd be doing like other stuff. So he went to all those places.
Oh yeah.
Massive green thing. Yeah.
He'd go off like a jump and stuff, or
he was in like a boxing match too, and like his laptop just going everywhere. But yeah, it's good to have you guys, man. Both of you guys back-to-back weeks. Special guest. So my attention is gonna go to the guests, not you guys. So I do apologize, but we got to bring in the man himself, one half of the Comic-Con podcast. You can catch it every Friday morning. Both of you guys have been on it recently. Rocksteady, you were on it last week. BC, you were on it 2 weeks ago, correct?
Yes, I was on the Spider-Verse special, and I was also on, I think, 2-3 weeks ago. And on both shows, we both mentioned you haven't been there this year. What's going on, man?
What do you mean I haven't been there this year? I've been on the show this year.
You have?
Yeah. I think I'm like in second place all time as a guest.
No, I feel like it's been too long.
Okay. All right. And Greg, you were just on it. How did you find it this week?
It's a lot of fun. It's different without the video. It's a cool vibe though. It flows well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's bring them in. Let's stop, buttering them up. So let's bring in our Jedi Master, Mr. Justin. What's going on, dude?
What's up, man? I'm happy to be here. This is actually this is seriously my favorite YouTube channel that nobody watches.
Love it.
Wow. All right. Thank you. When can I be on your show again?
Let me pencil you in schedule.
How
does after New York Comic-Con work?
Yeah, that works great. That's like October.
October looks good.
Yeah. Okay. That's great.
We should do one at Terrificon. We should do one from there.
I'm sure we will. I am sure we will do something.
Greg, you slow down, you rookie. You haven't been to Terrificon. You don't know. There's a lot of things you got to go through. Okay?
We should buy comic books.
Yeah. Well, you got to ride the bull. You got to there's a lot of stuff you got to do.
There's whatnot sales going on.
There's whatnot sales going on. And so just calm down. Hold your horses, man. But I'm happy to have you guys. Excited. Yeah. BC hopefully can join us, but if not, then whatever. Just don't make me get you anything because it's gonna take a year for me to ship it to you. Okay,
1 year, man. 1 year.
Does it still have my kitten's hair on it or no?
No, but you didn't get a size too big. I'm just letting you know. I thought you knew me, man.
Hey, I think I was the one that told Justin. I was like, "Hey, man, you got any smalls?" And I think Justin's face was like, "Small." Okay. And I think that's what happened.
Yeah, what comic guys are small? Come on,
right? Yeah. Start making kid sizes.
Oh man. Well, guys, it's I talked about it last week rather. It's been a crazy comic related month, right? Not just with the books coming out, but we've had Transformers, we've had Spider-Verse, Secret Invasion tomorrow or tonight, right? If you're on the West Coast, you'll probably watch it. 3 a.m. Then we've got what else we have? We have The Flash that just dropped, and July. I'm not familiar with what's coming out in July right off the top of my head, but it's been a busy June, and it's summertime, man. So I can't wait. But we got a lot to talk about, so let's get it going, man. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. And I was saying this, BC, you didn't catch this, but I was saying to Greg, it's always interesting how when we are going to be talking a lot about, say, Star Wars, Justin appears and he joins us on the show, and it just works out perfectly. So we got some Star Wars stuff to talk about when we get to the new stuff, and of course, we got to talk about Craven. So,
Oh boy,
let's save our energy for the Craven talk.
Yo,
Let's get it going.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, show 131, new comic book day. And we're going to start off with Dynamite pick of the week. All right, Justin, special guest, cleavage or no cleavage? What do you think the pick is?
Cleavage, redhead, and as less clothes as possible.
Okay, don't act like you guys know me perfectly, okay? But it's wrong. Okay.
Boo!
Ew, get out of here.
Boo!
Hear me out for a sec. Hear me out for a sec. Hear me out.
No.
Uruguay just beat Italy in the
Whoa!
Whoa.
under 20 World Cup. I got soccer on my mind. The Euros are the Euro qualifications happening. Darkwing Duck. How could you go against it? It's goofy. It's nice. It's a metal premium foil as well. $100. You can't go wrong with it. I would not pay $100, but this is definitely my pick of the week. DC, destroy the pick of the week right now.
First and foremost, I want to point out Michael Baker's comment and let the chat know that we love you, and Newbie totally missed you on the. He's too excited. He's too excited.
Ooh.
But we see you guys. We see you all. You're all here. There you go. But no, terrible. I love Darkwing Duck, but there was way better booby covers available. So
There was. I was just trying to get it. Greg, any love on the Dynamite pick of the week?
it's $100.
I don't even know what's happening in this. Like, obviously, as a bomb, did he just paint that just now, and he kicked it, or what's going on? Like, what's the paintbrush?
Look, the soccer field is what got me. Okay, that's literally what got me. So just let it be.
Yeah,
Justin, you picking this up for $100?
Well, I
No,
guess too,
but
like-
just so you know, Italy did just place third in the Nationals League over in
Thank
Europe.
you. Thank
So
you.
let's slow your roll with that.
And also U21, we're there. That's all
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
God, I swear to
But
God.
what about Canada at the World Cup?
They
Right.
lost to
They lost to the U.S. in the
yeah,
national.
they lost
Cup.
to U.S. on Sunday.
Yeah, Greg, don't just.
Boo!
Yeah.
Go hockey.
Listen, before we go, I do apologize, chat. I'm really excited. You know, this time of year, my birthday's next week on Monday. You know, just throwing that out there. So
Boo!
I'm just too excited. But okay, I apologize. So, Michael, and I see why you would say that comment because you got the gold medal. So, thank you for that. Mr. Swagglehouse is in here. Silver, I'm coming up. Swagglehouse will be at Terrificon as well, so that's going to be pretty dope. Mr. Dan Delatorre, he's settling for the bronze. Mr. Phil's here. Foil or empty milk in a bag. Justin, do you guys have milk in a bag?
No, they don't.
No,
No?
no,
Oh.
Barton.
Okay, maybe I thought, different states have different things. I don't know. It's possible. Empire Comics is in here. What's going on, sir? AOA. I saw a comment that you made about Iron Man last night, and I was going to post it, but I took the high road. So you're welcome. TKO is in here. Win is in here. So we got a few people in here. So
Newbie, you
Mr.
passed
Weston?
on this, dude. You passed on this.
no, I saw that one, but I wanted to keep it PG. Sheik is in here. Neighbor to the north, just taking a break from bagging to check out the Newbieverse. Man, I appreciate it.
He's bagging milk.
Meg's in
Bagging milk,
here.
yeah.
Yep, your guy's in here. Yep. So we
That's
got a few
terrible.
people, man. So let's get it going. Yeah, you know the comment I'm talking about. All right. So both of you guys, all three of you guys hate this pick. All right. Well, I guess it's going to be cleavage from now on.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
All right. Speaking
boy.
of cleavage, women, and DC, I know Justin loves DC, but we've got a special one. Wonder Woman 800, first appearance of Trinity, so Diana's daughter. Now, here's the thing. Luckily for me, I was able to get the cover that I wanted. However,
Was it this one?
no. Yes.
Okay, good.
But the thing is, this is cover K. You guys notice how she's on there? The birds are behind her. When I called the shop, a new guy that was working at the shop said, "Oh yeah, it's the one with her and the birds in the background, right? The pigeons." And I was like, "Yeah, that's it. Cover K." Go to the shop today. Guess what? I got 3 copies of cover A. I luckily I was able to talk to the owner and say, hey man, I wanted cover K, not this one. So he was cool with it. He just said that he would have to order them. So I'm getting them in about 2 to 3 weeks. I did grab a cover A. It is upstairs. But did you guys go heavy on this? Did you guys fall for this? BC, we'll start with you.
I didn't go heavy or as heavy as you. You said you ordered 3 copies for the sake of the pigeons, but it's ironic because I was actually on Justin's show when we were talking about when the news broke about this, and we kind of compared it to Yara.
Yeah.
There was some talk about that. Look, DC characters in general, man, I think it's always, low buy-in. This is a good time. Definitely pick it up, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I grabbed myself a copy. I didn't go too crazy on this, and I'm curious mostly for the read. I hope they write this properly. I think it was Justin that was saying, or was it Zach saying it would be awesome if this type of character doesn't have that Amazonian origin and just totally differentiates from Wonder Woman, right? Like kind of rebellious.
Yeah, Zach was saying that. Yeah, like a rebel kind of.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see, man. I grabbed the copy.
Greg, how about you, man? Did you go heavy or did you just go 1 copy?
I didn't get any, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. And why is that?
Like, I'm kind of not really buying things to spec on out the gate if I don't care. I'd rather invest in what I know rather than just have a lot of little things I don't know. But yes, like they were saying, they are seagulls. But do you know why seagulls live at the sea? Because if they lived at the bay, they would be bagels.
Oh man, dad jokes are serious. I love
Somebody sent me a dad joke, like a dad joke video today. So like when you go to a sports event, they have those people that have the press. Thing. Yeah, and the guy goes up to them, to the guy's back and presses, and the guy's like,
I saw that.
The guy's like, it does press. It was like that was pretty good. I'll give that one. But Greg,
it was a soccer game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So, all right, Justin, I'm very interested to hear what you have to say because, you are the DC guy. Where do you stand with Trinity?
So, yeah, same thing that we talked about on the podcast. Like, I think if you're going to invest in her as far as a spec, you got to go really with the higher ratios, right? There's a 1 in 25, there's a 1 in 50. And actually, the ones that I did pick up, and I only found out about this literally yesterday, was Midtown Comics has their own exclusive done by David Nakayama. So,
okay.
And it's a pretty nice cover. There's 2. There's a color, and then there's like a black and white spot foil type of thing. So,
is it the yellow one? Yeah, because I think our friend Sade. Oh my God!
Go get it right, because I'm gonna make fun of you.
Sade. I should know that because she's a beaut. But she was there at Midtown today, and they actually had him doing
signings. Yeah,
signings. Yeah, because I saw some of the videos, and like Gary was there, and a few people were there. So yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah. Well, how many of those did you get? Sorry, 2.
Yeah, just the 2.
Just the 2.
Yeah,
okay.
the one and
I feel like there's a bit of a comeback with store exclusives now that like a lot of shops got stuck with a ton. I feel like there aren't as many, and the quality of them is getting better.
I'm still like mostly against a lot of them. I don't know.
Look, if I could be honest, guys, if anyone's going to be talking exclusives and dipping into exclusives, come on, guys, you got to be picking up this beauty.
Let's talk about someone who didn't order one and who supports.
Whoa, right?
Hold on a second. Right? We talked about I was just going to pay and grab one at Terrificon, right? That's what
is that where we're at? Oh, that's where we're at. Okay. I'm sorry. There's a lot of Canadians that ordered it before you. Just saying.
Wow.
Shots fired. I love it.
Jesus, man. Guys, you guys heard when I said it was like my birthday on Monday, right?
That's next week. We'll have a different show next week.
Jesus, no one's going to show up next week. Not even these guys.
Well, not after this. Not after this. But all right. We've got Misery. Or first appearance of Madness for real this time. So issue 1 was slated, or the solicitations had said, maybe some influencers, it was going around saying that it was the first appearance of Madness. However, we get it now where Madness is going to be in this one. So I think BC, we were talking about this a few days ago. So basically, it's kind of like what happened with Toxin, right? It was, number one was first appearance of Patrick. What's his name? McGill. Help me out here, guys. What's the guy's name? Toxin's name? Patrick. Patrick what?
Mahomes.
No, but like it was his first appearance, and then issue 2 was him as Toxin, right? So here, similar thing, right? We get the first appearance of the character with the symbiote, whatever she is.
Yeah.
I passed on issue 1. I'm definitely going to pass on issue 2. I really don't care. BC, when we were talking about this, and you were doing your FOC stuff, I had said I really don't care. Outside of Venom, like for me, symbiotes, it's like meh. There's too many of them. But did you go heavy on this one?
No, I did not, man. And of course, most of these supporting characters, I just don't go too crazy over. But Mulligan, it's Mulligan.
Yes, there it is. Mahomes, come on, man.
But no,
do you do any homework before these shows? Seriously, do you look up any information?
Listen, I wasn't thinking of talking about Patrick Mulligan on this show. It just happens. This is the improv that we do.
Yeah, man. For him, it's Patrick Stewart. It's Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Kane.
Oh my god. So you didn't go heavy on it?
No, not at all. But dude, issue 1 was a decent read. That's about it. Like, not too crazy about it.
Okay. Greg, how about you, man? Are you falling for this one?
I'm not, but it's so hit or miss with the symbiote characters, because you could get someone like Anti-Venom, or like, I mean, in that universe, right? Or like, I don't know. There's a few that have popped off, like Toxin, but they're just doing a lot of it, especially with the introduction of the Spider-Verse, and we're getting new characters all the time. It's hard to figure out who's going to stick and who's not. So I'm not going to grab every single one.
Don't forget, we also have Kid Venom coming up. What, 2 weeks? Something like that?
No, the book still hasn't even passed FOC.
Oh, no? Okay.
No.
And like Mega Venom and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Kid Venom, I think everybody and their mother's going to go crazy, so we'll see.
Actually, wait, I may be mistaken. I think it's passing FOC this week. I'll double check.
I thought the book was coming out July 21st or 13th, something around there. So that's what I thought we had spoken about. But Justin, where do you sit on Madness, the first appearance for real this time?
I'm with Greg. Yeah, it's like it's tough to figure out these characters because, of course, what we got the summer symbiotes coming out, that storyline, and there's just too many. There's just too many symbiotes. Like there's just no need. Toxin and all them go. Riot, Phase. You can name them up and down. Like which one of them has actually stuck long around? Like there's none of them. To be honest, like if it's not Venom and not Carnage, they're not doing anything.
Yeah, and we still haven't seen Scream. Right.
Yeah.
We all know how crazy that went. Interesting to see who they might go with Venom 3, the villain. That's coming out next year. We talked about that in November. So it's going to be interesting to see if they go, if we get a third movie and it's going to be another symbiote as well, right? So we'll see.
It's by the way, it's Death of Venomverse 2. So issue 1 is on FOC this week. So I imagine within 3 weeks' time we'll probably see.
Okay, so that adds up. That timeline's good. So it'll be like July 20th or 21st.
Yeah, and it's Venom Boy. So we got Spider Boy, but we're getting Venom Boy.
Oh my god. Okay. I know Swag is a big fan of Spider Boy. So
hell yeah.
We'll see. Speaking of, it seems like everybody just wants to be Iron Man. So we get Miles Morales and Greg. I'm pretty sure you probably stacked this up. Probably chasing the 1 in 25, the 1 in 50, the 1 in 500. You are the Miles guy, but he gets a new Iron Spider armor. How do you feel about that? BC, we'll start with you.
So, dude, look, majority of books, I would say anything related to comic costume changes and so forth, like they don't really hold well. I mean, the issue of where Spider-Man gets the Iron Spider suit did pretty well because I guess
$30 book at one point.
Yeah, no, it did pretty well, but we got it on the big screen, and given that it's Spider-Man, obviously, people definitely wanted that in their PC, but this is not one I think is going to be huge, but from what I heard is there's going to be a first appearance. So, yeah.
Wow, we talk Miles Morales, and Greg's like, you know what? I've had enough.
He's done.
I do want to point out there is one costume change that I think, maybe should get a second chance. But do you guys remember ASM 61 that came out during COVID, where they gave Spider-Man that what seemed to be a New York Mets uniform?
No, dude, it was the social media suit thing there that was stupid as hell.
Yeah, it was like orange and gray or blue. I think I have a copy of it. It was terrible. But I remember people saying like, "Oh, this is going to be big. This is going to be big," just to flop and people will laugh at it. But Justin, costume change, Iron Spider armor. What do you think?
Well, like you said, it's just the armor. So just like Spider-Man, when they had the Civil War series and he had his Iron Spider suit, like it was cool when it showed up in the movies, but past that, it's like whatever. To be honest, like I don't like the connecting covers, but there's a 1 in 10 variant, the design variant, which is really cool. If you really want to do anything, do that one because at least it's a ratio. It holds a little bit more weight than these connecting covers. And if like BC said, if they do have a first appearance, at least you got two things.
Yeah, again, don't quote me on it. It's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but cool cover. There's the design variant as well, so that would also be another cover to keep an eye for. I think it's a 1 in 10. So
wait,
echo. I feel like I just said that.
Yeah. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm hearing an echo now. First had a connection issue.
Sorry.
So, Greg, we talk about Miles Morales. You leave, now you come back. Do you not want to talk about Miles, or?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. We're having a crazy Monday here, so I figure that's probably on my end. I got the 1 in 25 just because I'm doing the whole set of 1 in 25s of the Miles run, or 1 in 50s, whatever the higher ratio is. Like Justin said, and then like BC repeated, I do like the design variant quite a bit. I think that's probably the best cover in my opinion. But as far as investing, like Miles Morales already went through a costume change, right? And that really hasn't done much. Especially like a repeat of the Iron Spider stuff like Peter had. Like are we going to repeat everything Peter's done? That's where it gets like a little iffy.
I will say it is a nice design. I think of.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. It's not crazy. Now, probably the book of the week, or the book that everybody's going to go crazy for, and BC, or I think it's Greg. Me and Greg are more origin than we are second appearance. But when we get to this book, and this character has probably been the talk of the year, the talk of the town, people are still going crazy for his first appearance. But we've got the origin of Spider-Boy. So Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. Yes, there has been a series in 22, a series in 21. Now we're getting this series. So if you haven't started, paying attention, you're probably going to pay attention to this one because this is the origin. So this is probably going to be, I would say, after issue number 7, Spider-Man 7, this is probably going to be the second best book to get for him. I got 3 copies myself, 1 cover A, and then 2 of the one that variant there with him on the cover.
Far right,
yeah. What about you, BC? I think you were the one out of all 3 of us, or 4, depending on Justin. I think you went the heaviest on this, no?
I'm heavily invested into Spider-Boy, man. I dig the character. I think it's cool. It's got tons of potential. And yeah, man, look, I'll be honest with you. I got to see this entire issue prior. I would say it's a brief origin. It does touch on some of his things. There's a certain line where he mentions there's connection to Mr. Negative within his origin as well. So that was interesting, but we see him without his mask. We see what kind of a kid he is. I'm sure you guys have seen it on social media, the whole redhead, well, orange, whatever you want to call it.
Ginger.
Cool. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man. So Bailey Briggs. Now the name Bailey Briggs, it seems that people are now speculating in a ridiculous fashion. I hope it's not legit, but Bailey Briggs, if you Google that, you'll get sent to see She-Hulk issue 3. This was not from the original runs, not the first or second. I think it was the third run. The one where Star Fox is in. I forget which run that is.
Avengers 230.
No. Star Fox, as in, remember the
number 6, issue 6.
Yeah, the issue 6. So
yeah,
I think it's from that run. But issue 3, there's somebody named Bailey Briggs. So if you guys look on the secondary market, that book started to move a bit too, because people are just tying the names together. But I think that's just a little too much. But back to this book, it's a good read. Well, it gives you background of this character, but it doesn't fully give an origin story. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Justin, did you fall for the FOMO of this character?
Hell no. There's too many variants for this. Like on social media, like you see people are posting the exclusive variants for this, and what happens is it waters down the normal variants.
Yep.
Yeah, there's like a 1 in 100. Yeah, there's like a 1 in 200. I'd rather spend that money and just go back and buy several copies of Spider-Man 7, to be honest, and hope that he sticks. Like we are getting an ongoing series, or at least a mini series at the end of the year, but I don't know. Like once you start throwing out too many exclusive variants, it's just way too tough to hold value.
Greg, how about you?
I got one.
Just one?
Justin said, just one. I think everybody's going to be on this. People are buying them for the incentives, or like that 1 in 100.
Yeah.
So I think there's just going to be a ton out there. Like I've been seeing them sold in bundles for on the cheap, and I'd probably rather grab a bundle of 10 for $30 or $25.
Yeah.
When I have the opportunity. What I do like about this book is Spider Smasher.
Yeah.
They're kind of moving deeper with her and the whole Billy Morales storyline. And I think that's important in things. And I think that's getting overlooked lately, because her first as Spider Smasher, the 1 in 25s, the 1 in 50s are very reasonable still. Same with, she had a design variant too, a 1 in 10, I believe. And I think that's kind of what I take away from this book more than anything. If they're planning on making Spider-Boy a big deal and they're already involving Billy, I think there's a future for her.
Yeah.
Just to make a comment, I would probably get them, man. Empire, those Doc Ock ones. Like, why not? I mean, down the road, you probably get your money. While you guys were talking, I did look up. So currently a Spider-Man 7 in a 9.8, because let's be honest, we have them in 9.8 now everywhere, but a 9.8 is going to fetch you between 175 and 225 Canadian.
Good money, man.
Yeah. So
yeah, but you see, that's giving that kind of money. This will not do that. So if
No,
you're
I don't
investing on this book, I'm just heads up on that end.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. All right, before we get into the news, do we have any honorable mentions that you guys want to talk about? Yeah? All right.
Ultimate Invasion 1 kicks off this week, man.
That's the foil, the red one or the blue one?
I would get both. The foil is gorgeous. It looks awesome. I got to see it. And there's also the, what's his name? John Tyler Christopher variant, the negative space one. When it was on FOC, it showed with the Ultimate Invasion writing on the top, but it's a virgin and it's available at the cover price. So I would say grab them both, man. There's even the Pacelli, which is decent, but I think those two covers are bangers, and Hickman apparently hits a home run out the gate with this first issue.
Okay. Justin, any honorable mentions that you might be grabbing that weren't on the show today?
Of course, Star Wars. You got the Mandalorian season 2 issue number 1. You got the first appearance of Cad Vanth in there. He's on the main cover. He's, a new character for the Disney Plus show. Feel free to grab a few, because you don't know what he's going to be after. We've seen him in Mandalorian. We saw him in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
He died. He's going to come back. So, again, it's tough, because the thing is, like with these Mandalorian books, it's just reprinting, the show, and I had a conversation with someone today that any of these, like, they're going to do an Obi-Wan series now based on the show. And it's not really anything changing. So, keep buying, I guess. Yeah, it's a number 1. Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple exclusives, but, at least he's a cool first appearance character, someone new, right? It's not something that's inorganic like the normal other Star Wars books that come out that people go freaking crazy for. So he's on the cover. Pick it up.
Now, Justin, just quickly, because you had said that he died, and, some of our panelists have not watched the full season yet. So I'm just wondering what makes you think that he's coming back? Just wondering, asking for a friend.
Because at the end of Book of Boba Fett, you see him.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to
Kind of.
know. You know, when people are like, "Oh, he
Spoiler
died."
alert.
It's like, fuck it.
Yeah, see, it's Greg. You know, Greg hasn't finished watching it. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so he comes back.
I want to play the
All right.
Star Wars game with you, bro. Whenever you want to start listing Star Wars names and
Man, why does everybody always want me to pronounce names? God.
Yo, dude, you're rubbing off on me. I'm terrible when it comes to saying Star Wars names.
Man, how many times backstage though, or in our private conversations, we were like, "Hey, you pronounce this name first," and we're like, "No, I don't. I'd rather not." But Greg, any honorable mentions before we get into the news, buddy?
I like the Mando book as well, and yeah, it's predictable, but they kind of did the same thing with all the movies, right?
Yeah.
Where they had the Phantom Menace and all those books, and same with the newer ones, like we get first appearance of Rey and stuff like that. So I've been grabbing the Mando stuff right from the get go. I just have all the A covers, and yeah, I think it's a decent buy-in, and I'm obviously a Star Wars fan, so I don't mind having that in my collection, even if it's a bust.
Yeah. And dude, one more Incredible Hulk 1 kicks off as well this week.
yeah, it was a good
And
read.
yeah, we got a little glimpse within the Hulk annual, and it's gonna have that different feel, very similar to Immortal Hulk. So I'm
Good.
happy about that because the last run was trash.
Yeah.
That's a little understatement there, but yes.
Just keep Kate's away.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some comic news, people. I can't wait. So
Oh,
this
God.
is up and down. El Muerto might get canceled. Now, this came out 2 weeks ago, but then just early, mid last week, they had said, "Hey, you know what? We're actually filming in August." Now, I was under the impression they were scrapping this. Makes sense that, Bad Bunny, BC, you can vouch for this. He's been hanging out in the WWE as
Yes,
of
sir.
recent, right? He's been fighting people. So, maybe trying to get in character, whatever the case may be. But, this is supposedly happening after it was supposedly scratched. So just wondering, are you guys still pumped for this? Are you guys still looking for these books or what? Because for me, I'm surprised they're even going through with this project still.
At no point since the announcement to this very second have I ever been excited about this movie. Like none whatsoever. I mean, props to Bad Bunny for what he's doing in WWE. He managed to host a pay-per-view in Puerto Rico, which was highly successful, but it's going to be the complete 180 when it comes to this movie. I think it's going to be complete trash. I know we're going to talk Craven very shortly, so I won't get into that, but guys,
Well,
zero faith.
That's kind of where I was going with it, is like, what we saw with Craven. I can't wait to see something that looks, I don't know, man. I'm just going to wait. Justin, any thought to, how many copies you want to get of this character, or if you want to dress up as this character for Halloween because this is going to be a big hit one day, or do you think it's going to be complete trash?
It's probably going to be complete trash, but
On fire.
yeah, like that type of, like dumpster fire.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Like behind the Chick-fil-A type of dumpster fire.
Chick-fil-A.
Jeez. Greg, what do you think, man? Like, does anybody want to get on the the front lines for this character? Because what if this character blows it out of the water? What if everyone's like, oof, what about that? What, they have to bat at, they're not batting 1,000, but eventually they have to hit something out of the park, right?
Yeah, not here.
I don't know. It's like, how do you make a luchador serious, if that makes sense? Like it's a different.
Have you never
kind of
seen Nacho
vibe.
Libre?
Yeah, right. Like wrestling is fun and a little bit silly, and I feel to have Bad Bunny, and I get he's into wrestling and whatnot, but I don't know. This does nothing for me.
Yep.
The crazy part is, and most of us, I've hunted with Greg. I've hunted with Justin. Justin is like, and I say this about a lot of people. Like, I'm like, holy shit, they're like a madman, because you know, when you see Justin, he's like, okay, and he's going. Like the one day at Terrificon, I think, you know, I saw him and he was like running out with like 2 boxes, and he's like, I'll be right back. And then you see him like 2 hours later, right? So it's crazy, but we've all been there where we see a book, it's like $1, $2, then something blows it up and people go nuts. But now I'm re-seeing these books kind of like just dwindle, you know, like they're very cheap. And I think it's because of the fact that, you know, people were saying, hey, it might get scrapped. Hey, it might not happen. So interesting to see where this book will be. I'm assuming if they're starting to film in August, we're probably going to get some leaks. We're probably going to get, you know, more casting stuff in the fall. So that's probably going to mean that this book is going to be on the top 10 list. So just throwing that out there.
But dude, realistically, we saw now the trailer for Craven. You know, Sony's bringing forth characters at any point in time. Anybody reading Spider-Man, did anybody care about this character? No. So
He
now
was only 2 books.
to bring this to the big screen. No. Like, hey. I'm not going.
Okay, but hold on a second. Because when they complete this project, this is like the Marvels, this is like She-Hulk, this is like all of that. We are all tough and like, this shit, I'm not going to see it. And then guess what? We're all going to sit there. We're all going to watch it. Whether it's a show, a movie, we're all going to sit there and watch it. You know what I mean?
No.
So, we will. We will.
No.
All right.
I'll watch it, but it's like, I don't know.
And you're going to enjoy it.
Excited to.
All right. We last talked about all these delays last week with all the movies. And this one has kind of been something that, you know, since they announced this, like what, 2 years ago, it seems, 2.5 maybe. In November. Yeah, Comic-Con. You know, it's been up and down. It's done. It's coming here. It's coming there. It's coming here. It's coming there. It's not. We're waiting for certain projects. Yeah, with the writer strike, this, that. So who knows what's going on? I just found out today on the radio that the actors are possibly going on strike by the end of the week too. So that could be a total thing too. But this X-Men 97 thing is just ridiculous because it keeps getting pushed back. I feel like every other month we're talking about, it's getting pushed back. More importantly, the book, right? X-Men, what is it? X-Men 92, number 1. That thing is just, you know, it's like the stock market up and down. But, you know, more importantly, this is supposedly supposed to be 3 to 6 seasons. They have about 2 or 3 seasons complete already, but we're still getting it delayed. What's the holdup, do you think?
What the holdup is, I have absolutely no idea because I know they were scheduled for a mid-2023 release. Then after I was hearing fall, now I'm hearing 2024 January. Speaking books, I do know that recently X-Men Adventures #1 came back into the charts because there was obviously some more news about this. But the book that surprised me that's come down since especially the announcement of the show is his first appearance of Mr. Sinister. So I'm curious again to see how that's going to play out now within the cartoon. But look, if it's the writer strike, if it's whatever it may be, production issues, maybe editing, I have no idea, right? Maybe they need a bit more time. As long as once this drops, I hear that guitar riff kick off the show and everything falls into place. We get an awesome show. I don't care. I really don't mind this delay. I don't know how you guys feel.
I'm gonna make my comment when we get down to Greg, but
okay,
yeah, I totally get it. Justin, are you pumped for this? What do you think's going on here?
Yeah, I'm definitely pumped for this. I mean, I was a '90s guy. I watch this show. I still, turn it on when I can. Anytime, yeah, like BC said, anytime that riff comes in, and typically it's on someone's phone because they have it as their ringtone. It's like, you look, you're like, you're an X-Men guy.
Nerd.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to happen. I'm super excited for this. Yeah, and the delays, it sucks, but obviously there's a lot of things with Marvel, and they're talking about shortening their timelines for everything and not putting out as much. So, I mean, I don't know. What's it like trying to get everybody together to reprise their roles and voiceovers?
Dude, you got to remember Marvel recently, Disney in general, just pushed a ton of projects, right?
Yep.
So maybe this ties into that.
Yep. Greg, where are you sitting? And Greg, I wanted to hold my comment to, when we got to you, because when I came to visit you, we were at that shop and, Greg was talking to somebody. I was literally staring they had this like massive, what seemed like to be 70 or 80-inch TV up on the ceiling, and I'm just watching an episode of this, and it's like, I've said it a few times. I like the show. When I came to Canada, this and Spider-Man were the shows I'd watch, but like watching it as an adult now, it's like, I'm like, oh my God, this was bad.
Oh, stop it.
Dude, there's some episodes where I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? It was like 22 minutes. In the 22 minutes, you literally got like 6 different stories, and they were all solved like this, or, Cyclops sucked, something like.
But then you saw Rogue's Curves and you forgot about all of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But Greg, where do you sit on this, man?
So I was really excited for it at first because of the nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
And then I started reading up a bunch of it. And then I'd get to the comments section and everybody was just shitting on Jubilee. And I was like, why is everybody shitting on Jubilee? And I looked back and I was like, Jubilee does kind of suck. Like,
oh my God, wow.
Like, there's not, like, yeah, I get she's like the kid and like Wolverine looks out for her and stuff. But yeah, I hope it's not centered around Jubilee. I hope it does take the Gambit and Rogue and Storm angle, because Cyclops too, kind of not my favorite.
Fucking
so I hope it explores the X-Men universe. I hope we get like Brood. I hope we get all the villains we want to see.
Yeah.
Blob and Toad and like stuff that was kind of crappily done before, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I just hope it doesn't take the stereotypical run, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, Justin, get ready, man, because we're talking Star Wars. So Star Wars Ahsoka will premiere on Disney Plus August 23rd. So I didn't know an official date was made, but official release date was revealed in the teaser that happened about, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. This looks dope. There was just another, I don't know if you want to call it a trailer, but there was just another clip, I guess a few days ago that had dropped. I seen it on YouTube. This, I'll be honest, I'm excited for. I'm going to start watching, I think.
Art?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, I'm going to start watching it. All the cool kids are doing it, so I figure I would too. But yeah, it's just around the corner. Something to get into fall football season. Now, I'm going to skip BC first. I'm going to go right to Justin. Now, Justin, because you might know, how many episodes is this going to be? Is it 6, 8, 10? Where are we on episodes for this?
I think it's 8.
8?
Yeah. I was going to post something today on online. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8, because it ends the week of same week as the New York Comic Con. October 11th is the last one. So
and I'm assuming they're hour episodes, correct?
I would hope, at least 45 minutes. All of them are written by Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is, the creator of Ahsoka. So and all the Rebels characters too. So I say don't fuck it up. Plain and simple.
Okay. All right. BC, I know you're not the biggest Star Wars fan, but are you excited for this Ahsoka series? Are you more importantly excited just to have something to watch at the end of summer going into the first weeks of NFL?
No, for sure, man. Dude, when it comes to Star Wars series up until now, man, I really think Andor was fucking probably the best. I think this has potential to be up there. And I just want to acknowledge, I'm sure Justin's going to agree with me, when the trailer hit, man, 1, it was intense. 2, she looks phenomenal as Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think they could have got anything more accurate. So I'm excited. No, I'm this one I'm looking forward to.
The thing that I can't get out, and I'm pretty sure Justin had sent it to me, but it was Obi-Wan talking to Luke Skywalker, and it was like AI generated, and they were talking about Ahsoka, and I can't get that out of my head, man. Every time someone says Ahsoka, my mind is so filthy, it literally goes in that direction. Greg, as a Star Wars fan, probably the second biggest Star Wars fan on this panel, are you excited for this show, man?
Yeah, I'm excited for anything live action Star Wars, to be honest with you. I'm excited to explore this universe a little bit more. I think we got a good taste of her. I don't think they overdid it when we saw her previously. And it seems like a very organic move into the series, which I like. But I do think we should all get head tail hats like Ahsoka has to walk around Terrificon together.
Oh God.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Swaggle House. I, Newbie, promised to buy 20 copies of Justin's book in prep for Ahsoka.
Yes.
Thanks for the super chat, Swag. I appreciate it. You're going to be at Terrificon too, so maybe you can buy 20 copies yourself as well. So maybe we can compete. But I appreciate the super chat, brother.
20 of the nude one though.
The new, I don't, man, honestly.
Stop it.
I've never been, yeah, I don't know.
Stop
like
it.
when you see those, what's the tentacle ones where they got like all the naked chicks and like their tentacle and I'm like,
I don't know what you're watching these days.
Hentai? Are you watching hentai?
My man.
Is that on the dark web?
Some people are into that stuff. Not I.
Redhead. All right.
You like tentacle porn?
Justin, because you might know, better, or BC or Greg, butt in, of course, but like, are we getting anything Star Wars in the summer, or is this the only project that we're going to be getting at the end of the summer?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, eh? Okay. That sucks. Well, that sucks. All right, well, let's stick with Star Wars here. Now, Disney just announced the release date of 3 Star Wars movies. They're all titled, of course, but we got May 22nd, December 18th, and then December 17th, 2026, 2026, and then 2027. Justin, do you have any idea what these movies could be? Or Greg, because I know you guys are the Star Wars guys here. Do you guys have any idea what this could possibly be? I know it's, 2-3 years away, but obviously they're planning something.
Well, we'll get that Rey show, right? Like the Rey movie, I think they were talking about, and there were rumors about. So I bet that's one of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully, one is a little more Rebels. That would be good, but I really don't know. And do we have a date for the second Andor yet, or no?
Next year.
Is it
next year?
It's got to be next year.
Okay. Justin, any idea what the dates or movies could entail for these?
So you have the 3 movies that were announced. You have the Dawn of the Jedi. You have, like Greg said, the Rey movie, and then you have Dave Filoni's movie. You still have Taika Waititi's movie out there. You still have Rian Johnson's new trilogy, supposedly. Jeez. There's just, I to be honest, like dates don't matter anymore, right? Like,
yep.
Yeah, no.
In everything, Marvel, DC, it doesn't matter. Like dates are dates. Like the best are the people that go out and get like the tattoos of like the movie and the date, and you're just like, yeah, it changed.
Oh, that's like Buffalo Bill fans around here when they the playoffs start and they're like, Super Bowl champs. It's like, yeah, you're not. So,
and also I have a question for you. Are you sponsored by Animated Times? Because you use their pictures.
No, here's the thing. So Animated Times always post their things, and then after I see them post it, everybody else posts it. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go right to where like I saw it first, and then just kind of show them some love. I usually do, a lot of other places, but like Animated Times usually is like spot on. Like I said, usually when I see it from them, then afterwards I see it probably from like pretty much everybody. So yeah. I thought you were going to say if my sponsored by Star Wars or Disney. But...
Oh, no, not at all.
You know what? I hope I get a job working for Star Wars. Yeah. I really do. I'm going to start applying.
That's how Bill Burr got in.
See? There you go. I can do it. All right, guys.
Oh, God. Fuck.
I've got everybody's opinion on this panel about this movie. I've had somebody who I know is in the chat literally basically send me like a 3-page essay, and it was pretty much fuck every other word. So let's start off with BC. Kraven the Hunter. Finally, the trailer dropped. I think we had spoke about it privately through text, but my first opinion of the movie was this Transporter number 6? Like it had nothing to do with what I thought we were going to do. Now people are talking about radioactive lions. It seems like his dad is more of like what we would consider the traditional Kraven the Hunter. It's just a hot mess here. But what are we thinking? And I gotta say, because when I posted this photo, people were just like confused. They're like, wait, I didn't see him in that, because I guess they didn't realize that I was making a joke. But when we saw the first image of it, this is what it reminded me of: young Hercules, Ryan Gosling. But even with that, it couldn't save this trailer. So with the first trailer being hot garbage, I can't wait for the second trailer. But what are your first thoughts and opinions on Kraven the Hunter?
My first thoughts on this picture is that's Bradley Cooper ordered off Wish. And literally the best part about this trailer drop so far has been the comment section on every single post, man. Like, people are going hardcore on this one. Dude, it looks horrible. The only place I saw people praising it for some reason, comicbook.com on Facebook. I was on their page, and I went obviously to check the comment section because it's been absolute fire ever since. Everybody's praising it. I'm like, man, did they pay people? Like, what's going on? They're like, this looks amazing. This looks great. This is not Kraven. This is a crock of you know what. And there's no way in hell anybody would be willing to go and spend money for this. I thought it was brutal. That was a horrible trailer. It did not feel like Kraven at any point. When he's holding the fire, wearing the the fur vest, it looked like my drunk uncle at a barbecue. Like, it just doesn't fit. Like, nothing felt like Kraven. No, Sony, I have no faith. Give it up already. Surrender. It's brutal.
So one thing that I noticed nobody's talking about, and either of you guys in any of our chats or anything like that, but one of the lines when I was watching the trailer, I had to stop it because the scene where Russell Crowe is talking to Kraven and his brother in the limo, it's very quick to be like, boys, your mother's dead. And it's like, and the one guy's like, oh, what? And like, it's like that. And there's like no emotion to it, but just the way it came out and the delivery and the response, I was like, are you serious? Like, that's how you're going to break it? Justin, what did you think of the trailer, and what stood out to you more so than anything?
So, unfortunately, I'm contractually obligated to not discuss this until Friday for the Comic-Con podcast. So that's easy.
Okay, Greg, what did you think about the trailer, and what stood out to you the most?
I feel like he's just a guy who took mushrooms in the woods and then thought he could talk to animals. And I hope the end of the movie is him just like coming to after his trip.
Dude.
Like, and he's wearing like some rug he found in someone's trash or whatever. I don't know. It's yeah, exactly. It doesn't feel like Marvel. It feels like this should be like The Rock starring in this, like Jumanji crap or something, right? Like, I don't know. It's just so different and not what we want.
Dude, it's like the tiger bite, right? He gets bit by the lion or whatever, and like the spiders are coming down. It's idiotic. This is not Kraven at all. I don't know what is going on. If that's his origin, where he gets bit by the lion and he magically gets some radioactive, oh look, we have some blood that fell in or whatever that shit was. I don't know what is going on.
Tiger
but
blood.
it makes absolutely no sense. I can't stand it. Then at one point it starts to feel like Newbie said, a transporter movie, right? You could have literally casted what's his name, the bald guy,
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Like, no, this anyways.
AOA is saying Justin just messaged me and said I'm all in on the Kraven trailer. So something that I think, I don't want to say it's been slept on, but something that, because people are talking about it, but it's not something that people like, we didn't bring it up, but Rhino. So we were told that Rhino was going to be like the villain, and we get that little clip of, the hand.
Yeah, right? He got bit by a rhino.
Well, no, it just looks like it's like a mutated instead of like, from the cartoon, some dude in like tight Lululemon gray outfit, right? Like,
Yeah.
so, everybody laughed at the Andrew Garfield Rhino. I'm guessing we're all going to probably laugh at this one. Like, I feel like we're being too critical here. What do you think? Are you okay with it being what looks to be a mutation for this character?
Newbie, I'm not okay with anything so far. I'm being honest with you. I think it's just horrible, but we'll see what Rhino looks like, I guess. That's something to look forward to. I'm actually looking forward to seeing now what Calypso is going to look like.
I think we see her in the trailer. Oh, I said too much. Sorry.
Ooh.
No, but do we
Yeah,
see
you watch
her in the full Calypso gear? No.
Look, Justin can't talk about it, all right?
I can't talk.
Sorry,
The lawyers
sorry,
are watching.
sorry,
I just can't. I
sorry.
don't want to. I cannot.
Just
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Greg, same thing. Are you, the trailer aside, just focusing on what's going on with Rhino? Do you think it's a good play to like kind of show it if it is a mutation? Like, it obviously could change, or they could show something in the second trailer, third trailer, whatever case may be for how many trailers they drop. But do you think if they go the mutated way, we're still gonna like hate it, or we're gonna love it?
It'll be better than that mechanical Rhino that we've already seen, in my opinion.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
But is a good-looking Rhino like that we all like going to save this movie? I don't know. Like, this movie seems dead before it even had a chance, right?
Yeah.
But we're all gonna go see it.
No.
I have been seeing
to
all
hit
the
up
Sony
Netflix.
ones. Yeah.
We're all gonna go see it. Let's be honest. We're all gonna go see it.
Nope.
Well, I don't want
See,
to.
I already went on AMC and bought your tickets. I will share them to you immediately.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I
For
appreciate
you,
that.
newbie.
Yeah, my birthday's
Buy my
coming up,
variant.
so
Yeah, okay.
yeah. Just saying.
You're getting tickets to go see Craven.
Hey, it's free movie. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not going to see this movie. Swag, you're going to go see this movie. Come on. You have to. Plus, I think I started a trend like going to the movie and taking that photo, right? Because BC, you actually just went to go see Flash, and you were, kind of filming like you were at my city.
Yeah, it was completely empty, man. And the box office numbers clearly showed it. You saw they didn't do well. They were projecting 70 to 75 million on opening weekend. They hit 55 million. So not looking good for Flash. Look, the movie wasn't as bad as people make it sound, but it was nowhere close to as good as others are saying. Like, for me, Quantumania was actually more entertaining. I'm being honest. So it was brutal. The CGI, just everything. And if you haven't yet, go check out the Comic-Con podcast with the most brutally honest review. I absolutely loved it.
From what I have seen and heard, Supergirl is pretty much what people want to see more of.
Yep. Apparently she's coming back.
Yeah, apparently. Well, spoiler.
No, but I mean coming back within the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That they're working on her. I mean, she looks great. I still have to go see the movie, so hopefully she's great in it. But we'll see. I'm planning to go see it on Friday or Saturday, so I should have a review. But from what I see too, like a lot of people are giving it like 6-7 rating. So yeah, we'll see. Speaking of, before we take off, guys, I did mention, and we're all aware, we're all on the East Coast except for Greg, so maybe Greg watches it before us. But Secret Invasion episode 1 drops at 3 a.m. Eastern time, so our West Coast friends are definitely going to be watching it beforehand. Uni X, TiVo, those guys, when the shows drop, they usually watch it way in advance. But there was an review that was made, and no, it wasn't by Animated Times, but they had given the show a 6 out of 10. So it was somebody who had seen the first 2 episodes, and it said that, as much as they try to make it a suspenseful show, it kind of came on deaf ears and it fell short. Very predictable is what the early reviews are saying. It's not original at all. So I'm a little worried because of that. But then again, I mean, people were saying Venom 1 and Venom 2 were great movies, and they weren't. So Obviously, go in, with an open mind, I guess. But if this one does tank, I think we have to look at all these shows as a whole and say that they were pretty much a disaster.
Not all, man.
I think the majority have been good.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
Best
More
show,
was good.
just the one. What's the one that stands out the most to you guys?
For me, Loki. I thought Loki was
Hawkeye.
very good.
Loki. Good. Justin, what did you say? Sorry,
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Greg.
yeah, Loki is the standout for me, but I also really like WandaVision. So
WandaVision was good. I found Moon Knight good. I know you hate it.
I thought Moon Knight was good as well.
Yeah, it was okay.
Terrible.
She-Hulk was She-Hulk.
Miss Marvel was weak.
Yeah, I think if I have to put it in order, maybe it would be like Loki, then would probably be
Winter
Hawkeye, then maybe Falcon Winter Soldier falls like fourth. I don't know. It's a fight for third, but yeah, I think Loki's top for me so far of what's come out.
Don't forget Bucky.
Yeah.
But, okay. All right, guys. That's the show. Mr. Special Guest, Justin, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Love hanging out with you. Two of us will be seeing you in about, 35 days or so. So
A month, yeah.
it's coming up pretty quickly. Don't go buying any sriracha. Don't go buying any maple syrup. It's coming. It's coming.
Yo, sriracha was selling on eBay for like $100.
Yeah.
I know, dude.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know what's going on, man. But it was
There's
out
a
of stock.
sriracha shortage.
Yeah, there's a shortage, dude. I went to the grocery store and my wife's like, pick up some sriracha so I can make spicy mayo. I'm like, oh, okay. I just get there and there's like none. I'm like, hey, so there's no sriracha. She's like, what? It was full panic. I was like,
Okay,
"Geez."
dude, they have that bottle at the dollar store.
I
So
know
have
that.
to go back tomorrow. Yeah, I got to go back tomorrow.
You're like the Dollarama king. So definitely try to find it for us.
Hashtag sriracha, hashtag Pokemon, hashtag Hot Wheels.
Yeah, you should remove this little StreamYard and put the Dollarama logo.
Well, Justin, let the people know, man, where they can find you and what's coming up next on your neck of the woods, man.
Of course, Instagram, Nemesis Prime, the Comic-Con podcast on Instagram as well. We drop episodes every Friday with myself and Milton the Manimal. And of course, every now and then we like having guests on. Like you said earlier in the show, we had Greg on last week. Got to learn a lot about Greg, and the more you know. It's basically what the episode was. BC was on, a couple weeks ago, like he said, and he helped me with the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Man bonus content
Spider-Man
for the review.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and then You May Never Show Up Again.
Yep.
So we'll see you in October. Like I said, we got a
I
lot
think
of
it's
guests
totally
coming on.
expensive.
Does he tell you the same thing he tells me when I'm like, hey, you want to come on Sunday? He's like, no, bro, like I work so much. Like I don't have time.
Well, he said he was going to be on for the Spider-Man review, and he's just like, I didn't see it yet. And I'm like, how come you're a comic book fan? You can't even go see these movies.
So you told me on Wednesday. So usually I'm like spot on, but because I'm in management and it's summertime, the rest of my management team has taken most of the summer off. A lot of them have kids, so it's been hard to kind of switch. I usually have one or two that actually switches me Monday for Thursday, so I get to go on my Thursdays. But yeah, with this new gig in management, it's kind of messed me up for actually getting to go to the movies on Thursday, because that used to be something religious for me. Like a movie comes out, I'm there Thursday at 7:00, first show, always. Now it's just been like, oh, now I got to do this, now I got to do that.
So everything he said, AKA, is I like going to watch the movies on Monday mornings where I film and pretend like these movies are not succeeding.
Yeah. You don't have time to go see these movies, but you have time to make videos of like in Target with your fucking toys and your Pokemon cards. Like, hey guys, check out my videos.
Listen, the Transformers movie, I went on Monday. The first Monday it came out at 4:00. That's the show. It was 4:00 Monday. So
Nobody goes then. Obviously, it's empty.
Kids aren't even out of school yet.
Seriously.
there's a high school like close by, so you just Whatever. Next movie I go
Just him and
see is
people who
Flash.
work at the
So we'll see.
theater.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how Flash goes. All right, but yeah, so you guys can check out Justin there. BC, let the
Yes,
people
sir.
know, man, where they can find you and what's up next on your neck of the woods. And don't invite me on your show Sunday because
I
I'm
figured.
working.
I figured, but yeah, Sundays I go live on my own channel. Recently launched. It's been almost a month now. So this episode, I think, is episode 5 coming up. So go subscribe, go like, go follow, go do all that fun stuff. Catch some of the replays that are there right now. Blakk Crown Comics, as you can see it right here on YouTube. Subscribe. Thank you.
Beauty. And Greg, last but not least, man, let the people know what's going on in your neck of the woods.
You can find me on everybody else's channel except my own because I am lazy and it's just easier to milk off you guys.
Wow.
So yeah, that's where to find me.
I love
that
the
and
honesty.
Instagram, I guess.
I love the honesty, man, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, fellas, I do appreciate you guys hanging out, making fun, roasting, talking Star Wars. It's usually what I love to do on my Tuesday evenings. So I appreciate that, man. Any last words before we take off?
We hope you have a happy birthday. And yeah, because I don't think any of us are going to be there.
Perfect. And if anybody's looking for sriracha, hit me up.
There you go.
Perfect. But it won't be $1. Sorry. I'm an influencer. I got to multiply it by 10 times. So,
yeah.
All right. We're out.